I don't even know what I'm really going to do here. I'm just going to wing it a little bit. Because, I've accused you, well, not just you, but all of Christianity, of not worshiping God as God. And I'm going to elaborate on that a little bit, because you think you are worshiping God as God. You go to a church, maybe you raise your hands, praise God, praise Jesus, Jesus, whatever. But the doctrines that the place you go believes shows that you don't believe God is God, because they don't give the characteristics of God are not in those doctrines. So let's start. First off, if God was God, he would have a plan when he started all this. Okay? And his plan would be based on his nature and his character. So his plan would be based on love and goodness, because he is love and he is only good. Done a video on that at one point in time. So this plan would be good and based on love. And if he was God, he would be able to accomplish his plan. Right? Again, when I talk about this, you think about what it is you believe and what it is that comes out of your mouth. Okay? So God would have a plan, the plan would be good, and he would be able to accomplish his plan. And the accomplishment of his plan would not be a struggle if he was God. It's not a struggle. His plan and what is happening may be a struggle for you and me, because we don't like certain aspects of it. We don't understand certain aspects of it. That's why in one of the last videos I talked about his plan being accomplished through the ages. If you don't understand that, if you don't understand that this plan is not right in this moment, but it encompasses many ages. Then you would be able to see things differently. And again, I really don't care. I don't care how many times you say praise God. I don't care how loud you sing. I don't care any of that. At the core of it, what do you believe? Because when you don't worship God as God, you have to come up with lots of goofy teachings, such as the teaching that you have free will, that your will is greater than God's will, that you can stop God from doing something he wants to do. No, you can't. And again, if you think you can, then you have elevated yourself and diminished God. Okay. Secondly, you would, one of the things that they do, Christians do, Christianity, I'm not saying Christians, Christianity is the satanic thing that Christians have fallen into. But Christianity tells you that Jesus is God. Well, there are a lot of things that come about when you believe that. Lots of goofy things. Jesus, as I've told you, is the Logos, the complete expression of God, the express image, the exact representation, who in the fullness of time became flesh and dwelt among us. He's not God, the Father, and he's not part of a Trinity. There's one God. Now, Jesus, if you see Jesus, you've seen God. Why? Because that's God's expression. That's his complete expression right there. But again, if Jesus is God, well, God can't die. So that's a problem, because Jesus' death is the precursor to the greatest, the central point of God's plan, the resurrection, which is what our hope is in. Our hope is in the resurrection, because we have this hope that this is not it, that we're going to have a life beyond this, and that life is going to be immortal. We're going to have immortality. Well, Jesus' resurrection and the fact that he is seated at the right hand of the Father is central to that hope. So, that's a problem. When you don't worship God and you don't realize that there are ages and people who clearly have no acquaintance with God in this life, when they die, well, you have to do something with them, because you don't understand God as God. You don't worship God as God. Therefore, you create hell. And you make God go completely against everything that he is, love. And you send people to hell for 1 billion years, trillion years. Again, these things should be pretty obvious that they're off. And yet, Christianity, the satanic religion, as all religions are, every religion is satanic. But as all religions are, you create these things because you have to have some place to put these people or something to do with them. Now, I'm going to tell you a couple of things. First off, I'm going to save that for another video. I really am.